Good morning, welcome back. It is Monday, it's Mailbag Monday. We got 20 more hero cards out of this large trade that I recently had happen over one of the Facebook groups. So anyway, we're going to go through those really quickly. Don't know what your thoughts were about yesterday's race. I thought it was pretty decent. Um, it's a typical Richmond race with the current last 2 or 3 generation car package. When you have cars that are aero dependent, they get spread out and they can't race side by side. They can't race nose to tail. That's what the deal is. It's not the track's fault. It's not the tire's fault. It's the car's fault, in my opinion. And it's this way with so many tracks, and everybody's like, oh, Richmond should only have one race. Maybe if we went back to having cars with mechanical grip and not aero grip, you would see better racing. Rant over. So anyway, like I said, 20 random hero cards from different eras and different series here. We're going to start off 2005 here. We got one of Bobby Hamilton. Nice looking truck series card with the schedule, information about Bobby, and the Dodge Ram. Then up next from, looks like maybe 1996 or thereabouts, Phil Parsons, when he had channel lock on his Busch Series car. And then they have the information up this way. And it was before Stefan was born. So a little bit of information there about the car, history of channel lock, etc., etc. Always like that about the hero cards. They give different bits of information. Up next, looking at the back of this, I know this is, 1996. Mark Green with Clarence Brewer's Brewco Motorsports Timberwolf. There's a good look at Mark. Good look at Clarence Brewer. We'll scroll out of here, zoom out a little bit there. That way you can see the information if you wanted to pause that and read that. Up next, this is pretty much a new one, either from this year or last year. BJ McLeod with Gunk sponsorship. Engine degreaser. There's some information, a QR code, little information about BJ McLeod and about Gunk and Live Fast Motorsports. Next on our list, looking for a copy right here. It says 1996. We'll go with that. Curtis Markham when he was driving for the Hensley Motorsports team, the Lysol car. Of course, this would have been shortly after Chuck Bown and Jim Bown had both driven this car. Curtis took over for a year or so. I know Tracy Leslie would eventually drive this car. Jeff Hensley was the crew chief. Of course, Hensley is an integral part of ThorSport Racing now. 2003, Ron Hornaday driving for RCR with the AC Delco car. Like this, kind of has a history of Ron Hornaday, Richard Childress, AC Delco, and everybody. Let's see here. I do not see a year on this one, but I know it's got to be, 2000 on the sticker, so it's probably 2001. Team Renzi in the Truck Series. Jimmy Hensley was the driver. I didn't remember that. Of course, I really wasn't paying much attention to the Truck Series at that point. Usually watched Daytona, Indianapolis, Raceway Park, and a couple other races. So the next one is from 2021. Brad K. Discount Tire. I like that effect of the, I don't want to call it glitter because it's most certainly not glitter, but it does have that effect. Got the stats on the back. Next one is a blank back. And this is probably around 2003 to 2006. Travis Quapple, when he was driving the Roush truck. Like I said, it is a blank back. This is going to be like 1999 or thereabouts. Buckshot Jones. Actually, it's going to be a little bit sooner because he was still in the Ford. And this was the, they actually purchased the team from Dennis Welch, which was the 59 car, the Alliance tractor trailer car. So there's the crew there. You see the Pearson boys, some of the other folks, because it was basically the old 59 team once they shut down. Next one's kind of a postcard. Legends Team Hut Strickland, Bobby Allison. So this is from 1990, facsimile signatures. And there you see just a postcard. But that's the scheme they ran in 1990, Bobby's first year owning the Ray Bestis cars. Looks like this one is from 2022. Tyler Ankrum with the Hattori Racing Enterprises. Next one, 2002, Cup Series driver Casey Atwood. I think this would be his last full-time season in Cup. He'd move back down to the Busch, now Xfinity Series. Drive a couple years for Fitz Bradshaw and a couple other teams. 2019, we have a Kyle Busch. There's Brexton and Samantha as well on the back. I wonder if that's Brexton's first appearance on a Kyle Busch hero card, as we try to keep the Kyle Larson diecast standing up straight. Looks like this one's either 2023 is copyright on this one. So yesterday's winner and the driver that helped lead the most laps with him, RFK led, I believe they said 189 of the 400 laps. Pretty dominating performance if you ask me. 1998, Jimmy Hensley and Richard Petty, when Hensley was driving the 43 truck. That's a pretty stout combination. I think they could have stayed together and had a little bit better things go on. This one looks like 1997. Shane Hall in the Lux Foods. And there you see some of the different foods that Lux had. I've never tried them because I believe this is more of a southern brand. And it still has the coupons attached where you can get a hat, shirt, and looks like a die cast. And then there's Shane Hall Quick Facts. Got a couple more casts, couple more hero cards here, then we'll call it a day. This is looking like mid-90s, 95, 96. 96. Doug Hevron drove for Charlie Henderson. Of course, this is the team that Parker Kligerman drives part-time for in the Truck Series. Doug was a super modified ace out of New York. I believe he resides in Florida now. This one is from 1993. Ted Musgrave with the Radius Motorsports, which is Ray and Diane DeWitt and DK Ulrich as co-owners. Jasper Engines US Air. So let's see if they're... Not seeing anything. Team owner, Radius Motorsports. And it doesn't say anything about Ray and Diane DeWitt or DK, but those were the names that made up Radius. And our final one, another 2023, Ty Majeski, Road Ranger, with the 23 truck schedule. Of course, they just made it to Richmond, so now we're in the playoffs, starting at Indianapolis. We're thinking about going to that race. A little information about Ty and some other stuff. So that wraps up our 20 hero cards for Mailbag Monday. Again, this is going to go on for a while because I have a lot of hero cards to go through. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. And make sure you come back at noon for Fast Packs. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you at noon.